Let's start today talking about discard. Discard is just that portion of the starter that you pour off each of the days while you're getting your starter stronger. So, in other words, discard is just weakened starter. And over a very long time period, it will soon become almost as strong as your regular starter. Now notice that we have a brown liquid that's on top of the discard. That's called hooch. We'll talk a little more about that. She's hungry. She has lots of liquid on her. You notice I added a band to her, and that's because I want to be able to see how much she's rising each night. Now, this is our third or fourth feeding. And what we're going to do is that I'm going to mix the hooch up. You can see how nice and bubbly that she is. Here's Liz, and we can clear it up. Here's the discard. It has just a tiny bit of bubbling, but not nearly as strong as Liz. Now, let's get everything taken care of and get her fed because she is hungry. Now, our discard is ready, and what we're going to do is that we're going to put the top on it. We've added the extra bit from Liz into the discard. So we're going to set that off to the side. Now, so discard's there, and here's Liz. Now, I purposely put this band on here because I want to see her progress. So let's get our flour, and let's get her fed. And we're going to add 3 1/4 cups of flour. That's in. And we're going to measure out a 1/2 cup of warm water. You want it warm, but not hot. So I have this is about 100 degrees, baby temperature. So when you touch it to your wrist. If it's too hot, don't add it. Okay, we've put in a 1/2 cup. Now remember, if it's dry, then what you're going to want to do is to add about a teaspoon more of water. Now let's get this mixed. We want it to look like thick pancake batter. So we're going to give it a good mix and let that flour soak up all the water. Now, the nice thing about having nice warm water rather than chilled water is because you're going to be able to see the reaction a little faster. It wakes her up. Now, remember, she was hungry. Now, after today, then we're going to feed her twice because at this point, she's going to start wanting to eat a little more frequently. Now, we've got our pancake batter, and that's just a little looser than I thought it would be. But that's okay. We'll let her stay there. She's nice and bubbly. She seems to be happy. I've got my band right at the top of where she is, and then that way I can see what her progress is. So what we're going to do at this point after today is that we're going to strengthen her. And we're going to strengthen her by making sure that we feed her just a little more frequently and the same amount, 3/4 cup of flour and a 1/2 cup of warm water. But we're going to do it twice a day, starting with the 4th feeding. All right. Oh, one thing to remember. You notice I have my nice little dirty spoon. Don't rinse this down the sink. Make sure that you put it into your nice hot soapy water. Let it dissolve and get clean. And because this mixture becomes like cement in your sink. So keep that in mind. You will love me, and so will your plumber. Don't forget to clean the top of your jar. And what that does is that it just keeps things nice and clean. We want to make sure she's clean. Things are not sticking where we don't want them. So, clean her up. I'm going to place the top on, and she's ready to rest for the next 24 hours.